So, welcome back, sir. In the last class, we were discussing about the resident director. Which director? Resident. Every company should have at least one director who is residing in India, which means who was staying in India 182 days or more in the previous calendar year. So, which company has to appoint the resident director? Private, public, OPC, listed, unlisted? Every company. Which company, beta? Every company. It is not applicable to IFSC public company, IFSC private company, and company operating under CES. And we have to appoint him at the time of incorporation or within the 6 months from the incorporation of the company. Done, beta? So, this may come in MCQ. So, whenever MCQ is there, beta, write down in your book also. Next one is the independent director. Which director, beta? Independent director. Very important from exam point of view and lengthy concept. Star, superstar, star, mega star, star, 5 star. How many stars? 5 stars. First, what is the meaning of independence? Independence means unbiased. Independence means unbiased. Independence means neutral. Independence means neutral. Independence means fair. Independence means genuine. Yes, sir. No, sir. See. Hello. For example, in general, how we will fix the remuneration of directors, beta? That can be fixed also, but most of the cases, remuneration of the directors based on the profits. Based on the profits. What is the maximum remuneration can be payable to directors? 11% of net profits. How much? Lengthy concept we will discuss in the next chapter. 11%. If I show more profit, I'll get more remuneration being a director. Yes, sir. No, sir. I may manipulate the financials to get more remuneration. Chances there, na? But this guy is not like that. He is genuine. He is fair. He does not have any commercial links with the company. Doesn't have any commercial links with the company. So, every company should have the one fair person, genuine person, unbiased person who can able to work in the best interest of the company, best interest of the stakeholders itself. उसको बोलते हैं independent director. Which director? So, company sector is introducing independent directors for the betterment of the company management. It's a part of the corporate governance. Governance means management. As a part of good corporate governance, we are appointing the unbiased directors, impartial directors who will work for the betterment of the company itself. So, who is a independent director? He is a non-executive director. Which director, beta? So, I have shown you that Mukesh board, BOD. Hitesh Meshwani and one more Meshwani was two brothers. Those are the executive directors. Which directors, beta? Their remuneration is based on the performance of the company. Yes, sir. No, sir. But independent director is remuneration not based on the performance of the company. He is a non-executive director. Execution means who is performing day-to-day activities. Which activities? This guy will not take care of day-to-day sales, will not take care of day-to-day purchases. This guy will see how company is being operated. Yes, sir. No, sir. Done, na, beta? Generally, he is a non-executive. Which director, beta? Who is not involved into the day-to-day company operations. Not involved. He will not be involved in the day-to-day operations of the company. He has no commercial relations with the company. So, he has no relationship that will affect his judgment. He will be genuine person, fair person, unbiased person. Which person, beta? Independent directors help the company to improve the governance standards, credibility, safeguarding the interest of all the stakeholders. He will not work for his remuneration. He will work for the betterment of the organization itself. Done, beta. So, this is the logic, beta. So, from here it is important. Which company has to appoint the independent director? For small companies, beta, SG private limited company. Me and my wife are the directors. Can we appoint independent director? No, not required, because who are the shareholders of this company? SG and his wife. Who are the management of SG and his wife? We will be careful about our money. Yes sir, no sir. But in case of public company, somebody is the owner, somebody is managing, then someone else must be there. How these guys are managing their money? Private company is there. SG Private Limited Company. SG Private Limited Company. In this company, 3 shareholders are there, 4 shareholders are there. SG, his wife, his father, and his mother. We are the shareholders of the company. We are the employees of the company. We are the BOD of the company. And whose money is involved? My money only involved. We will be careful. Someone need not be required. Yes sir, no sir. In case of public company, shareholders are the owners. Who is managing this money? BOD is managing this money. Some fair person, genuine person, independent person is required. He will see how how these people are managing the shareholders money. इसको बोलते हैं independent director. He will not be biased towards the shareholders. He will not be biased towards the BOD. He is a genuine person, transparent person, independent person. He will not be subordinate to the any other person. Yes sir, no sir. In our thing we have discussed what is the meaning of independency, definition of independency, definition of independence in the auditing. Definition as per essay 200. Independency means should not be subordinate to the wishes of another. Yeah. So it is required for the large organizations. Which companies are large organizations? Can in public company private money can be there? In public company can the private money be there? Yes. But companies are SG Limited. SG Limited. In this company, my father, my mother, SG brother Srikant, SG brother Sridhar, and SG wife and SG brother wife is the shareholders. Yes sir, no sir. We will be careful or not? It's a public company but private money is there. इसको बोलते हैं closely held company. Which company? Reliance is there. Lakhs of shareholders will be there, but BOD is managing the lakhs of shareholders money. Some third party is required. How this BOD is managing this lakhs of shareholders money? That's why the concept of independent directors are introduced. When you're reading a section, why this section is there in the Companies Act? Why it is not applicable to private company? Why it is applicable to listed company only? Understand the logic. Because the main purpose of the independent director is to examine the BOD and their performance. Then, because this BOD is managing somebody's money, you're managing somebody's money. I'll manage you people. I'll observe you people. It's applicable to whom? Beta every applicable to every listed company. Every listed company. Which company? Every listed company shall have at least 1/3 of the total number of directors as the IP. IP means ID. ID means independent director. Which director beta? 1/3. Any fraction round up to 1. That was asked in the exam. Which fraction? Any fraction. Any fraction. Which fraction? See, one company is there beta. 1/3 అంట. ఎంతమంది? 1/3. See, number of directors are 9. 9 into 1/3. That means 3 will be independent directors, 6 will be other than the independent directors. 10 directors are there beta. 10 into 1/3. ఎంత వస్తుందా? 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. Yes sir, no sir. That means 4 will be the independent directors and 6 will be the other than the independent directors. For example, 12 directors are there. That means 4 will be independent directors and remaining 8 will be other than independent directors. For example, one company is beta. In that company 14 directors are there. 14 into 1/3 ఎంత వస్తుందా? 4.6. That means 5 will be independent directors, remaining 9 will be other than independent directors. Why I am writing these many things? See here, 3.3 ante less than 5, less than 0.5, less than 0.5, taking it as a whole number. Here entundi more than 5. 4.6 also 1a, 3.3 also 1a. Any fraction, which fraction? That kind of things are very very important in the law. So any fraction, generally ఏం చేస్తాం మనము 16 is equal 20 అంటాం, 14 is equal 10 అంటాం, రౌండింగ్ ఆఫ్ నియరెస్ట్ నెంబర్. మనం ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ కానీ ఏ యాక్స్ కానీ మోస్ట్లీ 11 is equal to 10, 18 is equal to 20, బికాస్ రౌండ్ ఇట్ ఆఫ్ టు నియరెస్ట్ హోల్ నెంబర్. అవునా కదా? ఇక్కడ ఏమంటుంది ఇక్కడ, ఎనీ ఫ్రాక్షన్, ఎనీ విచ్ ఫ్రాక్షన్, దట్ కెన్ బి లెస్ దెన్ 5, దట్ కెన్ బి మోర్ దెన్ 5. So any fraction round off to the 1. This was asked twice in the exam already, 23 and 17. Applicability. So which kind of company has to appoint the independent directors? Which kind of company has to appoint the independent directors? These companies should have at least 2 independent directors. At least 2. Which companies have capital exceeds? Bolo. Turnover exceeds? Loans exceeds? As on the last day of the audited financial statements. That means these figures should be there on 31st March. When beta? 31st March. Then exception, following unlisted public companies shall not be covered under the above rule. Joint venture company, wholly owned subsidiary, dormant company need not have the independent directors. What is dormant company? What is the meaning of doormat? What is the meaning of doormat? Sir, this was asked 23, 24, 19. This exception was asked in June 29, 2019 exception, and this applicability was asked in the 23 and 24, and this 1/3 and rounding off was asked in 23 and 17. Clear na? A point vachundu nenu cheptunna. Sisters, what is the meaning of doormat? Inactive company. Which company? Doormat means inactive. Doormat means I have a doubt. Razak, why Companies Act is allowing the companies to form as a inactive companies? You should know that one. Being a CA, CMA, CS, being a BCom fellow, you need not know the logic. Companies Act కి ఎందుకు ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తుంది to form the non-operating companies? Companies that it will not do anything. Only office will be there, no one will be there. By Companies Act is encouraging. This there in the CMA enter లేదా ఉంటది types of companies. నేను చూపిస్తే if you want. CMA enter बोलो बेटा. CMA enter I'm unable to get that. Dormant means inactive company. See, the main purpose of small company, the main purpose of dormant company is to give exemptions from applicability of the act. Why concept of small company is there? Once company is there, beta, it's small organization, they can't afford 470 sections of the Companies Act. You can apply to government. Yes, I'm a company under Companies Act, but I'm a small organization. Please don't apply me 470 sections. That's why the concept of small company is introduced. For example, beta, I want to form a company which will manufacture the liquor. అవునా కదా? ఇట్లా పైకి ఫ్రూట్స్ కిందకి లిక్కర్ వచ్చేస్తానా? రాదు. సో we have to purchase the fruits, we have to extract the juice, we have to preserve the juice for the 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. అవునా కదా? ఫ్రూట్స్ వేసా, గ్రేప్స్ వేసా, జ్యూస్ వచ్చింది, ఆ జ్యూస్ 10 years ప్రిజర్వ్ చేయాలి. ఆ తర్వాత ప్రొడక్షన్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, నాకు సేల్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. సేల్ in the first 10 years where there is no sales, if you are asking me to appoint CA, CMA, CSO, है ना बेटा, asking me to complete 470 sections, can I able to survive? I will die. So first 7 years, first 10 years, I will apply to government. Yes, I am a company, but I will start the production after 10 years. After, you can apply my Companies Act all the provisions after 10 years. For the first 5 years, first 6 years, I will not have any sales. I have no money, no profits. Please give me some exemption. Then company said yes. That's why the concept of dormant company is there. electricity generation company is there. Electricity generation company. At electricity వచ్చేస్తుందా? You have to meet the government. You have to take the permission of the government for construction of the dam. Dam కట్టాలి. It will take 10 years, 5 years, but the dam కట్టనీకి. After that, we have to install the machinery. After that, you have to produce the electricity. After that, you have to sell the electricity. It will take 8 years time. Day one means I will apply the company second day, he will die. Then you can take the permission from the government. Government will treat you as a doormat company. Being a doormat company, he can't pay for ordinary director. Can he pay for independent director who is very costly? That's why it's not applicable. Done na beta. So following companies should have minimum of the 2 IDs. Who capital exceeds? Bolo. Turnover exceeds? Loans exceeding? These figures should be there on 31st March balance sheet. This is not applicable to joint venture, wholly owned subsidiary, doormat company. So I explained what is the meaning of doormat company. What is the meaning of wholly owned subsidiary? Teja. అక్క పేరు మర్చిపోయాను. వాట్ ఇస్ హోల్డింగ్ కంపెనీ, వాట్ సబ్సిడీ కంపెనీ? ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ సూపర్ అక్క. ఏం పేరు అక్క నీ పేరు? అన్నపూర్ణ గారు. దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ కంపెనీ కాల్డ్ ఎస్జీ లిమిటెడ్, శ్రీనాథ్ గుప్తా లిమిటెడ్. దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ కంపెనీ కాల్డ్ గుప్తా లిమిటెడ్. ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ 100 shares. Out of 100 shares, SG Limited is having the 55 shares. He will become holding company. He will become subsidiary company. Fine. Then what is associate company? Which means 20 or more. 20 or more. Fine. There is a company called SG Limited. There is a company called Srinath Limited. It is having 100 shares. 100 shares are held by the SG Limited itself. इसको बोलते हैं होल्डिंग कंपनी, इसको बोलते हैं wholly owned subsidiary. 100 out of 100 shares will be held by another company. I have a doubt. As per section 3(1) of the Companies Act, section 3, every public limited company should have minimum of 7 subscribers. How many? 7. This company is there, Srinath Limited. 100 shares are there. 100 held by SG Limited itself. Then where is 7 shareholders? ఒక్కడే ఉండు కదా అక్క. బందశీలు ఎవరికి ఉన్నాయి? వీనికి ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఏ తలకాయలు ఉండాలి. It is allowed then. SG Limited will appoint the 7 nominees. How many nominees beta? 7 nominees. These 7 nominees will have, they are the nominees of the SG Limited itself. Yes sir, no sir. That's how that will operate. Then why you should know all these things? Because you're going to sit with the BOD, not with the accountant. Then sir, this section is not applicable to wholly owned subsidiary, doormat company and joint venture company. But joint venture, so companies jointly doing the business. What is the meaning of venture? Doing something. Venture means doing something. Jointly we are doing something. Usko bolte hai joint venture. Whenever you're reading something, understand the meaning of the word. Subject will become easy. You will not forget also. So vacancy anta. Enanta? Vacancy. Sir, generally every listed company should have the 1/3 of the B word will be IDs. Any fraction is equal to 1. Any fraction that may be less than 0.5, maybe more than 0.5. Very good time if you have any gaps. Sisters, brothers. And this rule is not applicable for these people. Not 1/3. Come se come to the ID should be there. If capital exceeds, turnover exceeds, loans exceed, super. Vacancy anta. Enanta? Vacancy. Vacancy of the independent director shall be filled by A. BOD, B. CG, D. NCLT, C. BOD. Last one, shareholders. Who will fill the vacancy? BOD. BOD will fill the independent director vacancy. Immediate next board meeting. Which meeting? In year, how many board meetings should be there? How many general meetings should be there? 1 AGM compulsory. General shareholders, they have to meet come se come ek bar. How many times BOD has to meet? Come se come 4 times. We'll discuss in CMA final itself. Come se come 4 times. Why? Why they have to meet? For betterment of the company, to take the decisions on behalf of the company. Can an individual director take a decision on behalf of the company? No. Yes sir, no sir. డైరెక్టర్స్ ఎన్నిసార్లు కలిస్తే అంత మాట్లాడుకుంటారు ఎవరి గురించి? కమ్సే కమ్ 4 times. కమ్సే కమ్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ వన్స్ సఫిషియెంట్. బట్ వై? బికాస్ దే విల్ నాట్ పార్టిసిపేట్ ఇన్ ద డే టు డే యాక్టివిటీస్ ఆఫ్ ద కంపెనీ. అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ ఒక్కసారి ఎందుకు కలుస్తారు, బీవుడ్ 4 సార్లు ఎందుకు కలుస్తారు? అది మినిమం. Because BOD will take care of day-to-day activities. Shareholders will not take care of day-to-day activities. Done. Yeah. So vacancy in the BOD should be filled by the vacancy in the ID filled by the BOD when within the next or 3 months from the date of the vacancy, whichever is later, whichever is once again sisters. So applicable to whom? Listed company. And following companies has to appoint at least 2 independent directors, listed or unlisted. Listed are the unlisted. Capital exceeds, turnover exceeds, and loans exceeds A plus B plus C or A or B or C, or A or B or C. Does it matter? Yes. इसको बोलते हैं interpretation of the section. So in case of vacancy filled by loudly filled by within the or within the from whichever is please you have to participate. Next eligibility ఏంటన్నా beta ID supposed to be more talented or less talented compared to BOD? More talented. Frankly speaking, these 4 girls are the directors of the company, BOD. So somebody should be there to watch you also. उसको बोलते हैं ID, independent director. Independent director supposed to be more talented, more efficiency compared to BOD. Compared to అవునా కాదా? That's fine. Eligibility anta you have to write the exam. You have to write the exam. Sir, in India 10th class failure, 5th class failure can become director of a company. 5th class failure, can he become the director of the listed company? Listed company. One of the richest women in the India is the Savitri Jindal. Savitri Jindal. Her age may be around 85 to 90 years. Savitri Jindal. Do you think that she went to school 85 years back? Savitri madam, she was the head of the Jindal Industries. Do you think that she did some MBA from the Oxford University? No. Yes sir, no sir. There is no educational qualification to become the director. However, if you want to become the independent director, qualification is required. They can get. So if you want to become the ID shall have to get himself registered with the ID portal. Which portal beta? Independent directors portal will be maintained by Government of India. If your name is in that website, then you can become the independent director. Can they write my name in that website? No. Why? Because you have to write the exam conducted by the IICA, Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs. It's one department of the MCA. MCA means Ministry of Corporate Affairs. देखेंगे. So you go your answer. Yeah, sisters, brothers. So if you want to become the ID, everyone cannot become ID. Everybody can become director, but not everybody can become the independent director, because you have to examine the review the directors. So you have to register yourself with the ID portal, and ID portal maintained by the IICA. IICA is a department of the MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. They have to pass the exam held by the IICA. However, this exam is not required. This exam is not required for the following persons. But anything he can ask in the exam, beta. MCQ, beta. MCQ. So generally, a person's name will be specified in the IICA website, then you may become the ID. You may become the ID. Your name will be specified in the IICA website if you pass the exam held by the IICA. But exam is not required. Still, your name can be specified in the ID portal if you're applying. When if you have the 10 years of experience as a key managerial person. Yes sir, no sir. Qualification versus experience, which is superior? Experience supreme. Experience the supreme. Yes sir, no sir. Clear na? Qualification may not help you to solve the problem, but experience will help you to solve the problem 99% of the cases. Example, grandfather, great grandfather, your mother, grandmother, your father, they can solve all the problems because of their experience. Yes sir, no sir. So that's why exam is not required. If you have the 10 years, if you have the experience of 10 or more as a key managerial person, 10 years practicing experience as a advocate, as a CA, CMA, CS, still you can apply to ID portal to keep your name in their portal even without passing the exam held by IICM. And if you're working in the pay scale of a director, pay scale of a director, ఎక్కడ are equivalent in the central government, state government, relating to commerce, corporate, finance or industry. Actually, I was the director of the BHEL, director of the BHEL. Yes sir, no sir. Clear na beta? Earlier, I retired also. Can I become the? Can I apply to IICA to include my name in their portal? Yes, because I was acting as the director level post in the central government and the state government organization. Without writing the exam, I can apply to IICA portal to include my name in their portal. So generally, a person can become the ID if his name is specified in the ID portal, and if a person's name will be specified in the ID portal if you write the exam held by the IICA, but exam is not required if you are acting as a KMP with 10 years of experience. You are practicing CA, CMA, CS or advocate with 10 years of experience, and if you are already acting as a director level post in the central government, state government organization which is in the commerce, corporate, finance and any industry. Done. So who can become the ID? A person can become the ID if you're having the skills, experience, knowledge in the field of the finance, accounts and management, because your duty is to review the activities of the BOD. You're supposed to be much more talented, experienced compared to BOD. Yes sir, no sir. Shall we do this one more time, final time? Yeah, bolo, mere saath. So it's applicable to every listed, every, and the number of directors should be, any fraction should be round off to 1, and following company should have a minimum of the 2 IDs. Capital exceeds, turnover exceeds, loans exceeds as on 31st day, 31st March. Not applicable to unlisted companies, joint ventures, wholly owned subsidiary and dormant company. And a person can, and in case of vacancy filled by within the or within the from whichever is later, and a person can become a ID if his name is specified in the ID portal maintained by IICA. You have to pass the exam conducted by the IICA, but it is not required if you are having 10 years of experience as a KMP, 10 years practicing experience as a advocate, CA, CMA, CS, and you are holding the post at the level of director in the CG and SG organization. That organization must be dealing in the commerce, corporate, finance and the industry. Next, who cannot become the ID? Exceptions. Who cannot become the ID? Who cannot become the independent director? A person cannot become an independent director if you are acting as a whole-time director. Which director, beta? Beta. What is the duty of the ID? To examine the directors. To examine the 4 directors are there, beta. Imperakka, Banu, Afrin, Akshita, Annapurna. So these are the 4 directors of the company. Yes sir, no sir. And Banu want to become the ID. Can she? No. Because ID duty is to examine the directors. No, director ga unna ID aitava? Chance ledu. Can Razak become the ID? Yes. Yes sir, no sir. If you are already holding the అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి, ఎందుకు కండిషన్ ఉందో అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. Full time director can become the ID, but why? బికాస్ ఐడి డ్యూటీ ఇస్ టు రివ్యూ ద అదర్ డైరెక్టర్స్. అండ్ నన్ను నేనే చూసినట్టు ఉంటుంది. ఇంకా నా ముఖం నాకు మంచిగా కనిపిస్తే కనిపిదా, కనిపిస్తుంది. పక్కన ముఖం నేను డిఫెక్ట్స్ మీద వెతుకోవచ్చు. ఆడ మచ్చు ఉంది, ఈడ మచ్చు ఉంది, ఆడ పొడుగున్నాడు పొక్కడు అట్లా, అవునా కాదా? సో ఎ పర్సన్ కెనాట్ బికమ్ ఏ ఐడి ఇఫ్ హీ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్, ఆడ ఆల్రెడీ ఎలా ఉన్నాడు, పోర్టెన్ డైరెక్టర్ గా ఉన్నాడు, నామినీ డైరెక్టర్ గా ఉన్నాడు. ఎలా ఉన్నాడు? నామినీ డైరెక్టర్. హూస్ నామినీ డైరెక్టర్? వి డిస్కస్ yesterday. బ్యాంక్. Yes sir, no sir. If he is a promoter, if he has any pecuniary relationship. What is pecuniary interest? PICUNIARY. What does it mean? Financial interest. Which interest? And the supplier for that company. Out of 100 rupees, 70 rupees I only supply. If you're having any financial interest. Which interest beta? Pecuniary means financial related things and financial related things. And which do he or his relatives holding as a KMP or the employee. KMP as the employee. Me or my wife acting as the KMP or the employee of the company, I cannot become the ID. I cannot become the. Bolo bachcho. Bolo. So this disqualification is for the ID itself. These are for the relatives. These are for the relatives. This APC is for the ID, and this 1 to 3 is for the ID is relative. ID is relative. Then what is the meaning of relative? Bolo. You know this in CA enter, CA foundation, CMA enter. You know. చెప్పక అక్షత ఏమంటున్నావు? It is defined by section, I think 81, 82 somewhere. Relative means bolo a member of HUF, member of husband and wife. Husband and wife. నాకు మావిడకు నేను చుట్టాలం. Member of HUF. One family is there beta. GF అంటే గుప్తా గారి ఫ్యామిలీ, మాదే. గ్రాండ్ ఫాదర్. GF అంటే గ్రాండ్ ఫాదర్. ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ 10 sons. How many sons బేటా? అప్పట్లో ఓపిక ఎక్కువ ఉంటుండే, టైం ఎక్కువ ఉంటుండే. 10 sons. How many sons? And each son is having the 3 sons, 2 daughters. All are staying together. 150 people ఒకటే ఇంట్లో ఉంటారు అంతా. All these 150 persons are the relatives to each other. So relative means bolo member of HUF, husband and wife. Any other person as may be prescribed. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, కంపెనీస్ యాక్ట్ లో ఎక్కడైనా స్పెసిఫైడ్ ప్రిస్క్రైబ్డ్ అని అంటే ఏంటి? విచ్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ డిఫైన్డ్ బై రూల్స్, డిఫైన్డ్ బై ద. అయితే అన్నపూర్ణ, వాట్ వీఆర్ స్టడీయింగ్ ఈస్ కంపెనీస్ యాక్ట్, కంపెనీ లానా? లా. కంపెనీ లా. వాట్ వీఆర్ స్టడీయింగ్ ఈస్ ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ యాక్ట్, ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ లానా? ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ లా. డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి అన్నపూర్ణ లాకి యాక్ట్ కి? కంపెనీస్ యాక్ట్ ఆర్ ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్, సారీ కంపెనీ లా. కంపెనీ లా ఇందులో ఏముంటుంది అంటే నాన్న, కంపెనీస్ యాక్ట్ ఉంటుంది, రూల్స్, రెగ్యులేషన్స్, నోటిఫికేషన్స్, సర్కులర్స్, కేస్ లాస్, ఇవన్నీ కలిపి ఏమంటాం? లా అంటాం. ఎస్ సార్, నో సార్. వెన్ యూ స్టడీ ఇన్ ద ఇన్కమ్ కంపెనీ law, you will find the sections, you will find the rules also. Directors rules, auditors rules, case laws, notifications, circulars. ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ రావా? అవన్నీ వస్తాయి. మనం చదువుకునే ఏంటి? ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ లా, కంపెనీ లా, ఫారెన్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ లా, సెబీ లాస్, సెక్యూరిటీ లాస్, నాట్ ద యాక్ట్. యాక్ట్ ఇస్ స్మాల్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద లా. దన్నా సరే, అయితే యాక్ట్ పవర్ఫుల్లా, రూల్ పవర్ఫుల్లా? కంపెనీస్ యాక్ట్, ఆడిటర్స్ రూల్స్ 2013 అని వస్తాయి మధ్యలో. యాక్ట్ ఇస్ పవర్ఫుల్, రూల్ ఇస్ పవర్ఫుల్. మమ్మీ పవర్ఫుల్లా, వైఫ్ పవర్ఫుల్లా? అక్షిత, ఎవరు పవర్ఫుల్, మమ్మీయా వైఫా ఒక అబ్బాయికి? ఆబ్వియస్లీ వైఫ్. బాహుబలి ఎవరైనా పోయిండ్రా? అనుష్కనే పోయిండు. అవునా కాదా? వైఫే పవర్ఫుల్. ఎందుకు పవర్ఫుల్ వైఫే? మమ్మీ ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది? నేను 1988 పుట్టిండ్రా నాన్న, నా ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ బర్త్. అప్పుడు ఎప్పుడో పుట్టిన 40 years బ్యాక్, 39 years బ్యాక్, భూమి పుట్టక ముందు పుట్టిన. వైఫ్ ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది? మొన్న వచ్చింది, 2020లో వచ్చి ఉంటుంది. ఎస్ సార్, నో సార్? హూస్ మోర్ పవర్ఫుల్? ఒక సెక్షన్ ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది? 1988. ఇంకో సెక్షన్ ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది? 2020. యాక్ట్ ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది? 2013. రూల్ ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది? 2014. యాక్ట్ ఎవరు రాస్తారు? యూ డోంట్ నో ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్? పార్లమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. ఎవరు రాస్తారు? వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ మీన్? లోక్సభ, రాజ్యసభ. వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ మీన్? లీడింగ్ పార్టీ, అపోజిషన్ పార్టీ. మరి రూల్ ఎవరు రాస్తారు? మినిస్టర్, మినిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ రైల్వేస్, మినిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ కార్పొరేట్ అఫైర్స్. ఓన్లీ లీడింగ్ పార్టీ విల్ మేక్ ద రూల్. ఇవన్నీ ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ యాక్ట్ లో ఉంటాయి. మీకు ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ యాక్ట్ లో ఒక పేజ్ ఉంటుంది, ఇట్లా మొత్తం ఇట్లా 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 ఉంటుంది, బాక్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ యాక్ట్, రూల్స్, రెగ్యులేషన్స్, నోటిఫికేషన్స్, సర్క్యులర్స్ అని ఉంటుందా? ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్ లోనే ఉంటుంది. ఐ టీచ్ ఇన్కమ్ ట్యాక్స్ ఆల్సో. సో రూల్స్ ఎవరు రాస్తారు? మినిస్టర్స్, సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్. యాక్ట్ ఎవరు రాస్తారు? పార్లమెంట్. పార్లమెంట్ ఇస్ ఎ కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ లీడింగ్ పార్టీ అండ్ అపోజిషన్ పార్టీ. ఎస్ సార్, నో సార్? మినిస్టర్ మీన్స్ ఓన్లీ సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్. దెన్ ఒక సెక్షన్ 1950లో రాసాం దాన్ని అన్న, ఇంకో సెక్షన్ 2026లో రాసాం. ఏది పవర్ఫుల్? వైఫ్. మమ్మీ ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది? ఎప్పుడో వచ్చింది. వైఫ్ మొన్ననే వచ్చింది. హూస్ మోర్ పవర్ఫుల్? వైఫే పవర్ఫుల్. మిత్రో మేరే ప్యారీ దేశ్ వాసియో. అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ. డన్. ఇవన్నీ తెలియాలరా మీకు. ఇవన్నీ ఎందుకు వచ్చినాయి? రిలేటివ్ వల్ల వచ్చినాయి. ఎప్పుడు కానీ యాజ్ మై ప్రిస్క్రైబ్డ్ అంటే ప్రిస్క్రైబ్డ్ బై ద రూల్స్, ప్రిస్క్రైబ్డ్ బై ద రూల్స్. మన రూల్స్కి వెళ్తే ఏముందంటే నా రిలేటివ్ అంటే ఇక్కడ చింటుగాడు రజాక్. రజాక్కి రిలేటివ్ ఎవరంటే బోలో ఫాదర్, మదర్, బ్రదర్. చెప్పరా? బ్రదర్, సిస్టర్, సన్, సన్స్ వైఫ్, హస్బెండ్, daughter, sorry, daughter, daughter's husband. Father includes చెప్పండి అక్క, స్టెప్ ఫాదర్. మదర్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ స్టెప్ మదర్. బ్రదర్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ స్టెప్ బ్రదర్. సిస్టర్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ స్టెప్ సిస్టర్. సన్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ స్టెప్ సన్. డాటర్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ స్టెప్ డాటర్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద డెఫినేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద రిలేటివ్ అండర్ కంపెనీస్ యాక్ట్. బోలో మెంబర్ ఆఫ్ HUF, wife and husband, any other person as may be prescribed. This as per section 2. మరి ఇది ఎవరు చెప్పారు? రూల్స్. ప్రిస్క్రిప్ట్ అంటే రూల్స్ అని అర్థం అన్నట్టు. బోలో ఫాదర్, మదర్, బ్రదర్, సిస్టర్, సన్, సన్స్ వైఫ్, డాటర్, డాటర్స్ హస్బెండ్. ఫాదర్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ స్టెప్ ఫాదర్, మదర్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ స్టెప్ మదర్, బ్రదర్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ step brother, sister includes step sister, son includes step son, daughter includes step daughter. इसको बोलते हैं रिलेटिव अंडर कंपनीज एक्ट. डन. सॉरी बेटा. These are for the director himself. These limitations are for the directors relative. అంటే ఎవరు పడతారు? రాళ్ళు. మరి ఎవరెవరు వస్తారు? వైఫ్, ఫాదర్, వైఫ్ నా పక్కనే ఉంటది. నా పైన 1 జనరేషన్ ఫాదర్, మదర్. నా జనరేషన్ బ్రదర్, సిస్టర్. నా కింద జనరేషన్ కొడుకు, కూతురు. డన్. 3 జనరేషన్ మాత్రమే వస్తాయి. వన్స్ అపాన్ టైం ఫాదర్స్ ఫాదర్, మదర్స్ ఫాదర్ కూడా వచ్చేవాళ్ళు ఒకప్పుడు. రిమూవ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. రిలేటివ్స్, నన్ ఆఫ్ హూస్ రిలేటివ్స్ హోల్డింగ్ ఎనీ సెక్యూరిటీ ఆర్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఇన్ కంపెనీ, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company during the 2 immediately preceding financial years or during the current financial year. See, if SG if I want to become the director of the Reliance Industries Limited, my wife, my father, my brother, my sister, my son, my daughter, and my daughter's husband, daughter's husband, son's wife should not have shares in where beta. I want to become director of the Reliance Fresh. Reliance Fresh. షేర్లు ఎక్కడ ఉండొద్దు? కంపెనీ హోల్డింగ్ కంపెనీ ఎవరు? రిలయన్స్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ లిమిటెడ్. కంపెనీ సబ్సిడరీ ఏంటిది? రిలయన్స్ ఫుట్ ప్రింట్. ఇది హోల్డింగ్ కంపెనీ, ఇది కంపెనీ, ఇది సబ్సిడరీ కంపెనీ. రిలయన్స్ డిజిటల్ అసోసియేట్ కంపెనీ. షేర్లు ఎవరికి ఉండొద్దు? నాకా, నా రిలేటివ్ కా? నాకు ఉండొద్దు, నా రిలేటివ్ కూడా ఉండొద్దు. ఎందులో ఉండొద్దు? కంపెనీ, హోల్డింగ్ కంపెనీ, సబ్సిడరీ కంపెనీ, అసోసియేట్ కంపెనీ. హావెవర్ ఎప్పుడు ఉండదు షేర్లు? డ్యూరింగ్ ద కరెంట్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ ఇయర్ అండ్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద ప్రీవియస్ 2 financial years also. However, relative may hold the security or interest in the company face value not exceeding the 50 lakhs. ఎంతంట? ఇక్కడ ఏం చెప్పిండు? రిలేటివ్ షుడ్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ ద షేర్స్. However, they can have the shares up to 50 lakhs. Face value, market value. Face value, because market value always changes. 50 lakhs or 2% of the paid up share capital of the company. Then this was asked in the exam twice, 14 and 16. In general, my relative should not have shares in the Reliance Fresh. Then I can become the ID. However, my relatives can have shares up to 50 lakhs or 2% of the paid up share capital of the company. Clear? Bolo. Participate చేయాలి నాన్న. Relative is indebited. Indebited to whom beta? Company, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company. Company, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company, and these companies directors, these companies promoters in excess of the amount as may be prescribed during the current financial year, during the 2 previous financial years. So నేను, నా ఫాదర్, నా మదర్, నా వైఫ్, మై బ్రదర్, మై సిస్టర్, మై చిల్డ్రన్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి డెబిటెడ్. షుడ్ నాట్ బి అంటే డబ్బులు ఇచ్చే ఉంది ఎవరికి? కంపెనీకి, హోల్డింగ్ కంపెనీ, సబ్సిడరీ కంపెనీ, అసోసియేట్ కంపెనీ, డైరెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ ద కంపెనీ ఆర్ ప్రమోటర్ ఆఫ్ ద కంపెనీ వెన్ కరెంట్ ఇయర్ ఆర్ ప్రీవియస్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ ఇయర్. వై సార్? ఐ విల్ లూజ్ మై ఇండిపెండెన్సీ. ఐ విల్ లూజ్ మై. నీ డబ్బులు ఇచ్చే ఉంది, నీ మాట వినడం వినొద్దు. నేను ఐఎమ్ సపోజ్ లిజన్ టు యూ బికాస్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు పే యూ. దెన్ నేను ఇచ్చిన ఒకటే, మా డాడీ ఇచ్చేది ఉందా, నేను ఇచ్చినట్టే కదా, నేను ఇవ్వాల్సిందంటే కదా, అది కూడా దన్నా బిటా. థర్డ్ వన్, సరే ఏబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. నెక్స్ట్, హ్యాస్ గివెన్ గ్యారంటీ ప్రొవైడెడ్ ఎనీ సెక్యూరిటీ ఇన్ కనెక్షన్ విత్ ఇండెట్నెస్ టు థర్డ్ పార్టీ of the company, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company, promoters, directors of such holding company, such amount as may prescribed. क्या बात कर रहे बेटा? If SG want to become the independent director, SG wife, SG father, SG mother, SG sister, SG brother, SG daughter, SG son should not given the guarantee to whom? Company, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company, company director, company promoter. These people are giving the money to Afrin. Company, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company, director or promoter of these companies giving the money to whom beta? Afrin. Who should repay? Afrin has to repay. Afrin ఇయ్యకపోతే మా డాడీ ఇస్తా అని చెప్పిండు. అఫ్రిన్ ఇవ్వలే, ఇప్పుడు నేనేమైపోయినా? డెటర్ అయిపోయినా, నేను కానీ, మా ఫాదర్ కానీ, మా మదర్ కానీ. సార్ నో సార్. దన్ ఈ గ్యారెంటీ ఎప్పుడు ఇచ్చిన మా ఫాదరు? కరెంట్ ఇయర్ ఆర్ ప్రిసీడింగ్ 2 financial years. ఆరా డబ్బులు ఎవరు ఇచ్చిర్రు? కంపెనీ. ఎవరికి? ఒక స్ట్రేంజర్ కి, అఫ్రిన్. ఎవరు రీపే చేయాలి? అఫ్రిన్. ఇఫ్ అఫ్రిన్ ఈస్ అనేబుల్ టు రీపే, మై ఫాదర్ విల్ పే, మై మదర్ విల్ పే, మై సన్ విల్ పే, మై వైఫ్ విల్ పే. అంటే అఫ్రిన్ ఇవ్వకపోతే మా ఫాదర్ ఇవ్వాలి, మా ఫాదర్ ఇవ్వాలి, నేను ఇవ్వాల్సింది అంటే కదా, అది ఇంకా ఇండైరెక్ట్ గా. ఐ కెనాట్ బికమ్ ఐడి. సరే ఏబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. ఎంత డెప్త్ ఉన్నాయో క్వశ్చన్, ఒక్కొక్క సెక్షన్, ఒక్కొక్క క్లాజ్. లాస్ట్ వన్ బెటా. హ్యాస్ ఎనీ అదర్ పెక్యునరీ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ రిలేషన్షిప్ విత్ కంపెనీ, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company amounting to 2% or more of the gross turnover, a total income, either individually or combination. Yes or no, sir? Then I cannot become the ID for the company. Clear? This disqualification is for the ID. This is disqualification for the relative of the ID. This disqualification is for both myself or my relative. Done na beta. So these things we'll discuss in the next class, hai na beta. So we don't have time now. So have a great time. Enjoy the day. Prepare well. SG signing off. Take care. Clear? Revise one more time.